crowd is assembled here at the Target Center in Minneapolis, looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, we know the history between these two. AI got his career started with a dunk on Harris that went viral. Now, talking to AI, he said it's something we can laugh about now. We've been through a lot together. And both Harris and AI know that they're fortunate that they're now teammates and they can keep going forward. Guys?
Another great report, David. Thank you. There is a lot of chemistry built between AI and Harris already.
And guys, you can't understate how important it is to have that much experience between two players. You can tell that Harris and AI know each other's tendencies when they're out there on the floor together.
And Kevin, you talk about the makeup of a championship roster. Can you win it if you're not bound together, if you're not like a family?
I don't know. I only
checked in for Kyle Kuzma. The Timberwolves have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron James is out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Ball in at the 1. LeBron kicks to Irving. On the wing, Corey Harris. Pass to James. Poke loose. Teague with the ball. 7 points in the game. There's the screen. Gibson passes to Teague. Irving against Gibson. Shot clock at 6. That's a 2 from Butler. It's hauled in by LeBron. Harris kicks to Ball. To the middle. They get it back. Irving passes to McGee. Back to Irving. Kicks it out to LeBron. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. LeBron's got the game tied up here for the Lakers. The Timberwolves have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Passes to Butler. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
Irving a screen on Teague. LeBron outside. Harris outside. Back to James. The rebound by Gibson.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Towns kicks to Teague. And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader, brought your team together. Talk about that.
He brought us the belief from Mbuntu and bringing all of us together and that you give yourself for the greater of the group. And everybody bought into that. And when you hear about when Miami won, Pat Riley had all those guys give something to the pot and giving yourself to something. And when you think about what team is, all these great coaches, these great minds, these great philosophers, it all surrounds that whole little philosophy right there, giving yourself to be able to get something and gain something.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting, but a true philosophy in winning.
Butler with the steal. Here's Wiggins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
LeBron James on the wing, covered by Wiggins.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, and this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, a lot of people think that separation still exists, but I myself, I want to see what happens in this first game before I make that call.
And the Lakers making a change here. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Brandon Ingram comes in for James. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Harris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball.
You're not used to seeing a player Ingram's height make those kinds of shots. He's a breed apart.
Jones kicks to Butler. Fade away, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
In the corner, it's Ingram. And the Lakers tack on two more.
He's quick on the draw. You got to understand that Ingram is comfortable firing as soon as he catches passes.
Jang, a screen. To the middle. Here's Butler. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
Kevin, listening to the value you placed in preparation, practice to you was obviously important.
Practice to me was very important. Preparing was very important. You know, scouting reports, being clear, understanding rotation, understanding what the goal was, understanding the plan. Like, I took all that to heart because I had to be the relayer of that. I had to articulate that to players. I had to be the one in pick and rolls calling out the coverages and stuff. And if I didn't know that, then, you know, Rondo, the guards, they didn't know. So
they were going to get blasted.
I had to be on top of that. So that was part of the responsibility, one of my responsibilities of just being a professional and being ready to play.
Here's the screen. .110 left here in the first quarter. Hart the pass to Irving. Butler with the steal. Down low, Tolliver, and he banks in the layup. Tolliver's got his first points of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Rondo kicks to Beasley. No good there. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
And second chance points. It's another great indicator of which team won in the hustle department. And tonight, they didn't win the battle.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Beasley against Jang. Here's Beasley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And just like you draw it up, I mean, create some space with the screen and get the good, clean look.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Minnesota on top. They lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right. Tough nose Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it. But with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. You know, every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, they've got Ingram. Beasley is out there with Irving. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Hart in at the 2. Pulls up from the corner, and again it's Minnesota.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Lakers trail by 4. Kevin, we know the big markets offer more opportunities than just basketball. Does that make it impossible for small market teams, you think, to compete?
I think that as long as you have dollars in the market, yes, you can be competitive. I think that your GMs have to actually put forth some work and put forth teams. I think you got to find what groups of guys work together and then go out and try to foresee that. I think in a game where you're dealing with cash and you're dealing with being able to have ability to sign and trade players in this league, I think that you can make a competitive roster. There's no mishaps on
There's
what
enough
you can
money
do.
around. Is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And player movement is more than ever now. You know, players are not doing 5 to 6 year deals no more. Players are doing 2 years.
Yes.
So, yeah, you can definitely make a competitive roster.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Hart kicks to Ingram. Ingram off a pick from Irving. Ingram dishes to Irving, and he gets the bucket.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Minnesota in the lead. Jones, the pass to Nunley. Here is Tolliver. And it's sent back by Irving. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And the Lakers also making a switch. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Lakers trail by 5. Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. Irving sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Beasley the screen. Knocked loose. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Jang with the screen for Jones. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Beasley.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. And Kevin, you were drafted back in 1995, straight out of high school. You ever wonder how your career might have been different had you played some college basketball?
You know, look at college. Those are people that are going to, if not prepare themselves for something else. I was doing the same thing at a rapid rate, doing it through college.
Very accelerated rate.
Very accelerated rate. Where
yes.
people was getting in 4 years, I was probably getting in 6 months, if not 3 months, and have to understand and articulate it. Then I got to block out. I got to understand what all that is and how finance and economics work and how it affects me. And now I got to strategize from when I'm going to do certain business moves throughout this whole season and be able to talk to an owner and talk and negotiate and go back and forth within a certain timeline. This is all stuff that you don't get in a book. This is all on the ground. You got to learn it, and you got to have a passion for it. You can't sit back and let somebody do your job for you. You got to know what it is. To be able to teach someone something is elite to me. So, you know.
And it was a process, and you enjoyed the process, though, right? Because you were a sponge. You absorb so much as from a person watching you go through all this.
Kid, I'm a student.
Yeah.
And you know me. You've been knowing me since I was a kid. You saw my growth. You saw when I struggled. One thing about struggle, you always have a chance to do something about that. I like to think that in life you have a choice. You can, you know, it's what you do and how you do it. And I've always wanted to be a person of quality. Always wanted to be a person of class. You know that. And I'm a professional. And I was taught that you don't get to pick and choose when you're a professional. And I like to think that I've learned through my mistakes and I've applied the stuff that I've learned through my mistakes. You know, some of the things I'm teaching these young guys, some of the things I'm talking to these young guys about is just simple experiences and how I messed up. And if I could do it over, I would do it like this. And if I could talk to, you know, my parents, and I had parents like your parents, I would sit down and I would say this. Relating to these young guys, understanding these young guys, understanding, period, says a lot for everything, bro. That's what I've learned through all of this.
Unbelievable.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. LeBron comes in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Los Angeles on D, trailing by 5. And Kevin, going back to your title team with the Celtics, do you think you realized at that time how special it was?
If I knew what I knew now, I would have tried to bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I would have tried to bottle as much as I could. Doc knew it. Doc Rivers knew it.
He did. He did know it. Yes.
Doc Rivers knew it, and he knew it day one, and he knew that if we was going to be committed, we had to be the leaders of the commitment. It was going to be hard on the three of us. He was going to be very tough, but it made us who we are, and it pushed us to another level.
It was like he was the perfect coach at the perfect time for the perfect threesome, right?
Seriously, man, because a lot of people, go to Phil and his style and how it worked for him, Michael and Scotty and that three with Rodman, and then him transferring and going to L.A. doing that with Kobe and Shaq and making that a dynasty. Doc Rivers had a whole nother style, and it was like a Chuck Daly kind of style. It was a bar kind of very, very firm, very physical, but in your face with class. We're going to knock you down. We ain't going to help you up, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And we're going to share the ball on offense. We're going to move it. We're going to have multiple players. We're going to attack for 48 minutes. Look, this is how we're going to play this game. He had a real style that was similar to some of those Detroit, some of those more tougher teams that you hear. That's the style that we practice with and we play with.
It showed. It showed. I mean, to have that, it just like historically good. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wiggins drives in, and Wiggins throws it down.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. That'll get him a few big pats on the back.
Kuzma with the screen for Caldwell Pope. Drains the three-pointer.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
They set the screen. Jones kicks to Wiggins, and James pulls it down.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Caldwell Pope. Timberwolves have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Towns, a screen on Ball. Now the pass to Wiggins. Left side, Towns. And it's Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Kevin, when you look at Towns, is he as close to you in terms of what you were as any player you've seen maybe since you've been in the league? And young guy who plays the same position?
Cat is his own thing. He has I like to think that he has a little bit of me in him. He has a little bit of Chris Bosh in him. He has a little bit of Webb in him. I like to think that he has some Tim Duncan in him because he used the glass, he used his left. He'll slip under. He'll go under you. He's crafty. He shoots the three like Rasheed. Like he can put the ball on the floor like a guard. And when you look at his makeup, man, he's trying to morph. Just think about what he's doing. He's at the 5. Really, I call him a 4, but he's at the 5 doing this. Him and Embiid, him and Porzingis, all these guys are morphing the center and power forward position.
It's amazing to watch.
Listen,
it's
man,
evolving right before our eyes.
It is,
with
man.
these kids.
And it's greatness, and I'm glad I got a front row seat. And I'm glad I got a super intimate relationship with my dude to be able to see the DNA to carry this on, man. This is great, man. He catch the future, bro. He's the future. Nothing better than that.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
T kicks to Towns. Screen by Jones. Back to T. Towns sets the pick for T. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
Average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical more to redirect shots.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Minnesota. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Harris comes in for Caldwell Pope. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
James kicks to Irving. To the inside, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. And the dunk by Towns.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Ball against Teague. Harris a screen. Ball dishes to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. They set the pick. And it falls over the rim and in. Harris has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, creative in these types of situations. Harris knows how to find the space he needs to get that shot off.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Kevin, you think about the work that goes into being an elite player. Describe that. What did you try to accomplish?
What are you going to do in these positions right here? When they trap you, how are you going to get the ball out? When you're not trapped, when you're one-on-one, what are the moves you're working on down here? Okay, on the right block. Okay, what about the left block? What about the top of the key? You get an ISO top of the key, what are you going to do? 5 seconds, what are you going to do? So you have to invest in yourself. After you get done with that, that's probably 45 minutes to an hour. You go in, you shower, you get done with that, you take your behind home, you sit, you rest. Now you, obviously, as a person, you're living as a human being, your everyday life. But yeah, it's a lot.
Sounds exhausting.
It is, but it is a cycle that you are able to create for yourself. And once you're in it, you're in it. And it turns over like an everyday, you know, this is what you do every day. Sort of like a routine. And once you get that routine, it is what it is. And I was able to keep the routine for 21 years.
Amazing.
Amazing. And you know what?
21 years.
21 years, I added things onto my routine. But if you ask anybody to play with me, they see my routine. I did my routine every day. Never missed a day of not doing my routine.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you see the natural talent Harris has. The game comes so easily to him, and an exciting player to watch.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. You know, focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these rails.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Without question, Kyle. Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Gibson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague. And then for Los Angeles, Irving's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Kentavious Caldwell.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Right there.
Well, James isn't afraid of taking some risks, especially with how he dribbles the ball. Completely loses the defense that time.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Towns, good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
James outside. Here's Kuzma, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Minnesota gets called for the foul.
For being the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, Kuzma has made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Now here's Jones. He has 6. Towns trying to get open, and again it's Minnesota.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Butler against Caldwell Pope. Pass to James. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And it only takes a few buckets for Kuzma to get going. He's a crafty, dangerous scorer.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the right side. Here's Towns. And it's Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to James. Towns with the steal. Wiggins outside. He kicks to Jones. Back to Wiggins. Outside, Towns. That's tipped. 6 to shoot. And there it is for him. Towns has got 14 points.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
But yeah, using his size, that's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
Irving passes the ball. Kuzma with the screen for Ball. Oh, the lob to Irving. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Towns a screen on Ball. Jones kicks to Babbitt. Pass to Butler. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Ball. Using his post move to get the 2 points. And now a 10-point Laker lead.
An exceptional decision maker in transition situation. Boy, he's so awesome at reading the floor.
Wiggins passes to Butler. Jones trying to get open. Off the left rim and out.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Minnesota shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And the Timberwolves call time here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And the Lakers with some changes. Ingram, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Josh Hart comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Nunley passes to Butler. 6 to shoot. Chang a screen. Picked him clean. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. And the shot goes in. And the Lakers lead by 15.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Jones kicks to Tolliver. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. The Lakers making a switch here. Towns, the pass to Butler. Stolen by McGee. Taking a look at Los Angeles. JaVale McGee is out there with Irving. Then it's Ball. Then there's Harris. And it's Kuzma in at the 3.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
Tolliver kicks to Babbitt. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Irving dishes the ball. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Butler kicks to Gibson. Shot to stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Lakers with possession here. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Harris, good.
Adept at scoring from any area of the floor. Harris, a guy you gotta stay up on.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Inside, hangs, and there's a nice layup by Kuzma. Kuzma's got 21 in the game.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Here is Tolliver, guarded by Harris. Gibson setting the pick for Butler. Towns a screen on Irving, just 4 to shoot. Butler, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. Pulls it from 20. And he overshot that one, missing. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Babbitt with the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And a wide open look for Irving. And another basket for the Lakers.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Butler kicks to Tolliver. Gibson with the screen on Harris. Here's Butler on the money from 12 feet away.
He has the ideal attitude you want in a swingman. But Butler gets in a good position, take it on the D, and just winning that battle.
Kuzma sets a screen. And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's foul number 2. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
That's what I'm talking about. Good game, baby.